Hola chicos, welcome to Spanish Lessons with Seba. Today we're going to discuss direct object pronouns and have a little practice just to make sure that we are memorizing the direct object pronouns and the way they are used in Spanish. Okay, so let's take a look. And let's first of all remember what are the direct objects in English. If you have a sentence, he eats cheese. He eats cheese. Where would the direct object be? You have the subject, it is someone or something that does something. Then you have the verb that will be ruled by that subject. And then you have a something that receives the action of the verb. That something will be exactly the direct object that we're going to discuss today. Note that the subject will be answering to the question who or what, and the direct object will answer to the question whom or what. For example, what does he eat? He eats cheese. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's take a look. So you have here Pedro and you have Jorge. And Pedro le da el queso a Jorge. Le is the indirect object. We're not going to discuss it in this lesson. We're going to see it later. It means to him. We're going to discuss today the direct object, which would be the queso, because the queso receives the action of the verb. Pedro gives what? Pedro gives cheese. Pedro le da el queso a Jorge literally means Pedro to him gives the cheese to Jorge. Sounds redundant, but it is correct. So in Spanish, even if you mention Jorge, you need to say to him. But you have the direct object, which is queso. It is a masculine noun, because in Spanish all nouns are either masculine or feminine. It ends on O, it whispers into your ear that it is masculine. It has L, if you look in the dictionary, it will have the article. You know it is a masculine singular noun. You can substitute that. Pedro le da el queso. Pedro gives him the cheese. The Jorge you skipped in this case. You still have the indirect object pronoun and you have the direct object, but not the object pronoun. But you could say Pedro lo da. Pedro gives it. What is it? It is the cheese. If you know what we're talking about, we're not going to mention it again. So you could say, instead of the cheese, you say it in English. In Spanish, instead of queso, you'd say lo. Why do you say lo? Because it's a singular indirect object pronoun. It is lo. So it would be él lo da, he. Literally, it gives. The word order is slightly different. You need to pay attention to that. We have here other vocabulary. We have la pera, we have la sandía, we have la berenjena. We also have la piña, apart from the queso, which is the cheese. So let's pay attention. Can you try to assign the direct object pronouns to these nouns? Let's take a look. These ones will be the direct object pronouns. This one will be meaning me, you, him or her, us, you as the plural that is used only in Spain, and them. In Spanish, them could be masculine or feminine. So let's see. If you have a word, we had the word el queso. If you remember, we decided that it is a masculine singular. How do you know? O whispers into your ear. El confirms it. You know it's a singular masculine. Can it be me? Well, only if you're a cheese. Otherwise not. So you know that it will be in Spanish. There is no it. Every it in Spanish will be either he or she. We decide it's masculine, so the correct answer will be lo. We go back and we look at it and we see here, ooh, look at this. Pedro lo da. He gives it. Lo is the queso because it's a singular masculine noun. Lo is the indirect object pronoun. Queso is the lo is the direct object pronoun. Queso is the direct object itself. All right, so can you do it with these foodstuffs? I'm going to give you a few seconds. It would be a good moment to pause the video and then to see if you can come up with the correct direct object pronoun for those. All right, so what did you have? La berenjena ends on a. La confirms it, so it's a feminine singular. So the direct object pronoun, you can see it right here, will be la. Why? Because it's a singular feminine noun. So you have here la. You have here la pera. What will it be? La pera whispers into your ear that it is feminine again, so it will be la again. El queso, you already know, it will be lo. La cerveza, or la cerveza in Spain, will be also feminine singular, so it will be la. El aguacate will be lo. El chile will be masculine singular, lo. El tomate will be masculine singular, lo. El limón masculine singular, lo. La fresa will be singular feminine, la. La zanahoria will be singular feminine, la as well. And la sandía will be singular feminine, la as well. Does it make sense? All right, so let's see how it works in plural as well. Refresh your memory. Me means me, te means you, and so forth. So let's see. We saw that lo will be it and la will be it. Lo is for the masculine, la is for the feminine. Los and las will be for them, and also it will have masculine or feminine. So let's see. You have here berenjenas. What do you have? Your train of thought. La berenjena, feminine. Plural will be las, correct. La pera, it will be peras in plural, so it will be las as well because it's feminine. La sandía, again, looks like it's feminine. La sandía, so it will be las for plural. El queso will be masculine plural, so it will be los quesos. El aguacate will be plural, los aguacates. La fresa, feminine plural, will be las fresas. El limón, sí, plural, masculine will be los limones. El chile, plural, will be los chiles. El tomate will be los tomates, or jitomates in Mexico. La zanahoria will be las zanahorias because it is feminine. And las cervezas, finally, will be las cervezas. If you were able to come up with the correct direct object pronoun, then you're done. If not, maybe you need a little bit more practice. I'm planning on recording a new practice lesson in a few days. Let me know if you need anything else. I hope it is useful to you. And hasta luego. Chao, pescado.